Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're all welcome to my channel once more. This is a channel where we educate and enlighten people on political issues happening in Nigeria. My name once more is Mr. Equity Man. You're highly welcome. This morning we have a very trending news. This one has to deal with Bola Tinubu, the APC top man. And the headline is that breaking news, EFCC goes after Bola Tinubu over bullion van during 2019 election. It's a short story. I'm going to read about it and then talk about it, and then maybe you all have your comments and contributions below. The story goes like this. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, on Thursday vowed to investigate the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, over the bullion van that drove into his home in February. Although the EFCC has declined comments about whether it had launched an investigation to find out how former Lagos Governor Bola Tinubu came about the bullion vans that drove into his home in February. Nigerians have mounted pressure on the Anti-Graft Office to open money laundering probe against Mr. Bola Tinubu after the ruling party chieftain was seen on February 22nd receiving at least 2 armored vehicles believed to be bearing cash. The development raised controversies because it came a day to the presidential election on February 23rd. Mr. Tinubu is a senior leader of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) and a strong ally of Mr. President Muhammad Buhari, who was seeking re-election at that time. Critics said that there was no doubt that the vehicle were bearing cash to bribe voters with, especially since such trucks are used in Nigeria almost exclusively to convey cash by bank, government institutions, and cash-in-transit firms. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the story. The last of Bola Tinubu's problem is yet to be heard. We all can recall that immediately after the presidential election, it's like the presidency indirectly decided to move against Bola Tinubu in order to scuttle his presidential ambition come 2023. The first salvo was released by the governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, when he went to Lagos to talk about how to discuss with Lagosians how they can end godfatherism. Obviously, he was referring to Bola Tinubu. And as if that is not enough, today they want to use EFCC to go against him. I am not holding brief for Bola Tinubu. In fact, Bola Tinubu is one of the evil forces that has held this country to ransom, But what we're saying is that Bola Tinubu was the same evil forces that brought Buhari to power the first time. They didn't take cognizance of that the first time. He brought them to power, and when they wanted to be re-elected, they didn't know of his bad deeds. They allowed him to use, every means, crooked means, to rig the election, to rig them back to power. Now that he has succeeded in rigging them to power, even though the rigging is still in contention at the tribunal, now they have decided to go after him. I think they will really get to him, irrespective of his relationship with the president. All of the certain leaders who have helped this government, this Buhari's government is one of the most corrupt government. What the government have done is that they have continuously shielded their own people, the Fulanis, and then gradually they are coming after the southern politicians, irrespective of the role you played. You think you're close to them. I'm talking of people like Bola Tinubu, Amechi, Babio, just to mention but a few. All of them who played one role or the other in bringing this monster back to power, they are going to pay dearly for it one way or the other. So I think now they've started with Bola Tinubu, and the storm is gathering, and nothing is going to save him. I know nothing is going to save him. They will really get at him, and then it's like biting the same finger that fed you. The evil federal government. They bite the finger that feed them. They use certain politicians and then dump them and then make them to become criminals, which originally most of them are. But what we're saying is that he that goes to equity should go with clean hand. 99% of Nigerian politicians are all criminals. 99% of Nigerian politicians, they are all criminals, and the larger criminals are coming from the north, So, Bola Tinubu, congratulations. Whatever a man sows, he shall reap. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the much I can say at this point. Whatever your comments are, I encourage you to put such comment below. And then if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to encourage me to bring you more news. Thank you very much. Remain blessed.